acceleration sort of freaks. What was it about Saint, not the biggest or the fastest, but what sort of stood out, and how have those traits manifested here in the NFL?
I think, Brad was on him early, but I know for me, watching him, he reminded me of Jarvis Landry, just his competitive nature. He played smart. He was an aggressive player with the ball in the air. He would attack the football. You saw him block downfield. He was versatile. He had quickness. And really the only thing he didn't have, he wasn't a 4-3 guy. But everything else were traits that we felt like fit us, and he would be a natural fit in the slot. And I think just in general, the group, really what you want is you want versatility. You want a little bit of everything. You want some pure route runners, you want speed, you want size, you want craftiness, quicks, and I kind of feel like we have that in that room. We have the right blend of guys. They are all a little bit different and unique in what they can do.
Him or Ben said, yards after the catch was something he really focused on this offseason, and I saw a stat where he's averaging like almost as many air yards per catch as he is yards after the catch. What is he doing better in that regard? How is he becoming so much better?
Well, he works at it. It's something that he's made an emphasis on it, and so he's always, he's looking for the next move. And when I catch, he's got an awareness about him as to where the defender's at, and it's something that he works in practice nonstop. And so it's never a just catch and then go back to the huddle or just glide through. He's always going to make at least one move, and he's trained himself to do that. So then when Sunday comes, it just happens naturally.
Block by chance from practice or a game or whatever?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Do you have a favorite block of Amon-Ra's?
A favorite block? There's not a favorite. There's a ton of them. The guy, every time we come out of a game, he does something that's it's impressive. Just the fact that, because he'll block off of his releases too, he'll just press like he looks like he's working an inside stem and then run right through the corner or the nickel. And so he's smart that way, and he's aggressive. But, I don't think there's a day goes by where I'm not, man, that's a hell of a block by this guy. But there again, he takes pride in it. He works at it. It's something that he wants his teammates to know that he's here for all of it. He's not here just to catch passes. He's here to do whatever needs to be done, and that's why his teammates appreciate him, and we do.
Did you get a chance to watch the Eagles and Vikings game? And if so, I guess what did you take about that? Did you get a deeper appreciation for having that Week 1 test against the Eagles because of how they looked, or what was your thoughts on watching two teams that you meeting so early in the season?
No, look, that was I didn't feel that way. I just I thought of it more as it pertains to Minnesota. And listen, that's a game on the road, hostile environment, their first road game. Philly got off to a pretty good start and did a couple of things tempo-wise, and that just kind of got them on their heels a little bit. And so I think every team there's matchups in this league. Some teams match teams a little bit differently or better, and personnel-wise, and it was just, I kind of felt like it was one of those games. I think this team we're getting ready to play, though, I think this is a good football team, and I think they've got serious firepower, and so they're coming off a loss. They're going to be ready to go. They're back in their home crowd. They've already beaten. They're 1-0 in our division, and this is a big test for us.
This being their first road game. Obviously, you guys are about to embark on your first road game. You mentioned how helpful the crowd has been the first couple weeks at Ford Field. I wonder just how many different elements are there when you're going on the road, whether it's the offensive line and that communication, depending on their health, or rookies like Aiden and Malcolm who are going to see things for the first time. Like, what is the whole mindset when you sort of saw it?
Yeah, well, I think the big thing I feel like is, it really is communication, and obviously the most stress comes on your offense, because there's been so much that's been verbalized, and you're able to do that at home. Where on the road you can't do it anymore. Not at a place like this where we're getting ready to go. So, and it's been a while since we've tried to function or had to function like that, and so it's really, just procedurally us doing this and silent count and all those things these next 3 days is going to be imperative for us offensively. I really believe that's the key, is us being able to be efficient with everything that we do. And that starts with Goff, and it goes to the offensive line as well as the receivers. Now, defensively, I think the thing is you're used to not being able to verbally communicate at home. And so now it's just that switch to where now you can, us being on the same page with how we communicate. Are we verbal? Are we still signals? Are we, just everybody being on the same page. But I would say more of the stress is on your offense to be able to, and you got to be careful. You don't put too much in. You don't try to do too much, right? There's a lot of things you can do at home because you're giving out cadence and you can time up the fast motions and all those things. So first time on the road, we got to be real careful that we don't take in too much.
Speaking of the offense, what did you like most about the way Jared's played the first 2 weeks of the season?
What I like most?
What do you like the most about how he's played these first 2 weeks?
And I thought he's been efficient. I thought he's gotten us in the right play. I think he's been pretty steady. I think when things haven't gone perfect, he's always snapped back and finished the game strong. Man, he's listen, there's a number of things we've been doing. We're asking him to get us into the right play in the pass game as well, and he's doing that, man. He's getting us into the right look, right play call, and then he's finding these receivers. And so, as long as we can run the football and take a lot of stress off of him and everybody else, I think it goes a long way. And you can say that about any quarterback. I mean, that's a quarterback's best friend is a run game. So that's where it's always got to start with us.
Maybe we don't realize this. When you say get us in the right play, are there 2 play calls in the huddle, or just you're talking about what the defense does?
Now, there's things that we do, or we'll give it to him. Those don't come up all the time, but there's enough of them that come up to where, he knows exactly what we're looking for. We've worked it during the week, and it could be more than 2. Yeah, so he's going to be down for a little bit. So he had surgery yesterday, and he'll be down for a little while.
IR? Is that an
Not right now.
How about your other injury guys? Getting any of those guys back on the practice?
Frank will be out there running around a little bit today. I don't think I don't see Jonah going today. Monty will be running around out there a little bit. Swift, we're probably going to give a breather today. He was out at walkthrough, though. He's doing better, certainly a lot better than he was this time last week, so that's positive.
How big of a loss is that with John? I think he led you guys with 8 pressures the first 2 weeks. He's been playing pretty well.
Playing at a very high level, and he'll be one of those guys that somebody's got to pick up the slack of his production, because he's got a ton of silent production, like you say, or stuff that you don't always see on the stat sheets. But he's been a force, and he's one of the reasons why we got some of the sacks we got the other day. He's taken 2 out of there, doing exactly what he's asked to do. He's unselfish, so and he's all effort all the time. He's been a good fit for us. So certainly it hurts to lose him, but hey, we got AB. And we could possibly bring up Meach. So we got some options.
And just real quick, different schedule this week a little bit. Is there any rhyme?
No, this was already kind of in the works. It's just Wednesday was going to be a little bit more of an unload day for our guys in the weight room as well as practice. It'll be normal Thursday.